back to my channel. And so today we're going to be cutting a cowl neck dress. So the first thing I'm going to do is to measure out my shoulder. So the measurement of my shoulder is 15 inches, but 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So I went into marking my 7.5 inches, and the wideness of the neck is 3 and 3 inches. So this is what I did, the same thing, 3 and 3 inches. This is what I'm using. So I now went in for the deepness of the neck, which I'm using 5 inches over here. So guys, this is 5 inches. And it's a round neck. So then the armhole area, I'm using 7 inches for the armhole area. So this is 7 inches over here, guys. I kept on marking out 7 inches. So guys, this is what it's looking like, right? So then I went in with the length of from the shoulder to the nipple measurement. The shoulder to the nipple measurement is giving me 10.5 inches. 10.5 over here. Over here. So I'm repeating the same thing. 10.5 over here. So I'm just going to use my ruler to mark everything. Is it possible? So guys, I went on to mark these lines off camera. So this line is for the nipple. This is nipple measurement, and it was 10.5 inches. This is my under bust measurement, yes, and then this is the waist area. This is the waist area, guys. So the next thing we are going to do is the bust measurement of my bust measurement is 33, and 33 divided by 2 is giving me 16.5. 16.5. So 16.5 divided by 2. 16.5 divided by 2 over here is 8 and 3 inches. So I mark this like this, and then the waist measurement is 28. 28 divided by 2 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7, and remember this is my waist area. So from below the armpit area I marked it like this. So I'm just going to connect the dots and mark it out. And then I'm going to be using 3 inches for my allowance here, and also 3 inches for my allowance over here. I'm just going to try to make it as thick as possible. So now to achieve the cowl neck, so from your under bust, from this shoulder area, I'm going to be making few slashes. So I'm going to come like this from this side, and I'm making a slash like this. Just keep, basically we are doing the same thing to this point. This is what. So why I really went on to do it off camera, and why I did the slash was just because I'm going to go on to tear it, just so that the neck is going to be able to fall. Remember, a cowl neck needs to be able to fall. So this is what I did. So during this place that I marked out, I'm going to go in to slash it like this. Remember, you're following the lines. So I slashed it off camera, and then I'm going to cut out this area of my armhole area. I'm going to be cutting out all the excesses that I don't basically need. And then I'm going to cut out my allowance area, right? This side. And then, guys, my neck area. So this is what it's looking like now, right? So for this area that I slashed, this is what I'm going to do basically. I'm opening it as much as possible. Let me know if you guys are seeing this. I'm opening it as much as possible. Can you guys see this? So you see right here, this is what I did. So I'm going to bring the same pattern on a fabric. So guys, that's what I'm going to be doing. So guys, this is the fabric I have over here, and it's a chiffon fabric, right? And I'm going to be putting the pattern of what we cut, what I drafted. This is what I'm going to be using to make the cowl neck. So guys, this is the fabric just as I said before. So I'm going to fold it into two. Yes, I'm folding it into two, just like this. I'm folding it into two with much excess, and I'm just going to fold it. I went on to fold it. So guys, I folded the material, the fabric into two. Remember, it's a chiffon material. So this is it, 1, 2. So I'm just going to go on now to bring in my pattern. So this is what it's looking like. I'm just going to arrange it. Just going to arrange it. Remember guys, this is the neck area. Remember guys, this is the neck area, right? So this is what it's looking like. This is what it's looking like. So guys, another thing, let me give you guys a tip for this. It depends on how full you want the cowl neck to be, but then if you do not want it to be full, what you just need to do is you just have to reduce this, all these slashes we made over here, you just reduce it. But then if you're someone that likes it extravagant to be looking so full, you just open it. But then for me, I want it to be as full as possible, right? So I'm just going to go in to expand the area that I slashed. So this is what it's looking like right now. I'm going to go ahead to cut it. I'm just following the pattern over here. Remember, when you are doing this, you try to be as gentle as possible. So I'm going to be using a chalk just to mark out this area of the neck, so I don't get confused while I'm cutting. Right? So guys, I'm just going to turn it like this just to make sure that my armhole is still correct and it's giving me 7 inches, right? So I'm going to use my tape to check if the armhole is 7 inches over here. So guys, as you can see, it's no longer 7 inches, so no problem. I'm just going to use my tape to deepen the armhole a little bit, and then I'm going to deepen it. So at the end of it, this is what we have over here. This is what the cowl neck is looking like. So